Ah, what a wonderful day for me, Michael B. Jordan. What's this? I sense a disturbance in space. Muhahahaha. Muhahahaha. Who goes there? Oh, you remember me, don't you? I'm Michael Z.A. Jordan, a Patara fusion of Michael Z. Jordan and Timothy Chalamet, who took over Michael Jordan's body with the Dragon Balls. It's and just to be clear, it's not like Get Out, but it's more like the Zamasu arc from Dragon Ball Super. Not we are not doing the Get Out thing, okay? Timothy Chalamet's here because his own personal beef. It's not like a white man taking over a black body. We're not doing Get Out. We're not doing it's Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z, okay? We've come from the future to eliminate all Michael Jordans across time and space. Even that one white guy from the Michael Jordan commercial. So stand aside. I can't. I can't just let you take them. If you want to take every other Michael Jordan, you're going to have to go through me. And in fact, I'll summon the others. Every Michael Jordan who will hear my call. We must defeat this greater evil. Whoa, even you came? Michael C. Jordan? Of course, I could have let you have all the fun. All right, while you Michaels fight, I'll list the accomplishments of Michael B. Jordan during the Oscars, and hopefully that'll weaken Michael Z. Jordan enough to lose to you. Of course, you'd come up with a plan like that. Sounds good. We'll work together this one last time. While many people try to deny the work that went into this, Sinners actually did a really good job. Now I can see it now. A lot of people are going to deny this win that Sinners got. I mean, hell, they already are, right? Only losers try to justify a loss and negate a win. Seeing one of Michael B. Jordan and Ryan Coogler's early starts in Fruitvale Station was honestly one of the greatest things I had ever seen. It was such a sad movie, and I was so surprised it didn't get any of the recognition it deserved back then. I get it's the first movie that put them on the map, but come on now. You're going to tell me that that movie is not a masterpiece? It's such a good movie. And then we saw it throughout the years. We see how they had the vision to turn a great movie like Black Panther into something on a global level that everyone loved, which is really hard to do, especially with African culture. I feel like a lot of people dismiss it and assume a lot of wrong things about it. But here they were making it not only interesting, fun, imaginative, just putting it at the forefront of everyone's sight. And I've been one of the biggest Michael B. Jordan fans. I saw the flops. I got a little scared. I got scared for his career when he did the Fantastic Four and it didn't do well. Even though I love the Fantastic Four, they torched his character and that movie. Holy, seeing random movies like that Awkward Moment, Creed. The Creed series was such a good thing for his career, I feel, because it really popularized him in an action setting with hype and nostalgia while also keeping it fresh and new. And even with Keanu Reeves in Hardball back in the day. Yeah, that's right. Michael B. Jordan was in that movie. If you didn't know, old ass baseball movie. Now, Sinners and Ryan Coogler did something amazing this March, and it was they finally got the recognition that was deserved and awarded, that anyone who saw these movies knew just how special they were. It's nice when hard work actually gets recognized in the film industry, because a lot of the times, the stuff that's pushed up to the front isn't necessarily the most creative, nor has the most thought into it. And I've been rooting for this movie from the very beginning. Picture this. It was a nice summer day. There was this movie that I knew had Michael B. Jordan in it, and he played a twin of himself with Michael A. Jordan, and I had been excited for months for this movie. I don't remember the exact time I found out this movie was coming out, but when I did, I was so excited that there was a new project that him and Ryan Coogler were working on. So when this day finally came of the release date, I was beyond overjoyed. So what I did is I treated myself. I went out to the movies and I gave myself anything that I wanted, and I did anything that I wanted that day because I thought that a movie that was well worth waiting was gonna make the most out of that day. And I even made a video about it. Well, TikTok. And even then, my expectations were blown out to the sky. I spent every second in that theater in awe, flabbergasted that something so great could come out. From the music to the shots to the expressions to the hard work that everyone put in portraying these characters. This movie was built one peg above everything else. And I feel like even the cast and crew knew that there was something special about this movie, which is why they put so much hard work in promoting it and just supporting the overall project, which is why you can see some people in this movie act their hardest that they've ever done on camera. The main one I think about with this is Michael B. Jordan and the two different facial expressions he'd have while playing two completely completely different characters that were related but somewhat different. So the way the movie starts off is you see this young man named Sammy, who his cousins are in town because they bought a new location called the Juke Joint, going to open up for their community to have a place to sort of relax and everyone have a really good time interacting with their own community and trying to make money and trying to start something from the ground up. But everything goes awry when you start seeing vampires, blood sucking things. So at first we don't know they're vampires, we just know they're evil spirits. But then after the movie goes on for a little longer, we find out that they're undead vampires who just want to, for some reason, turn people, not really eat people, but turn people, which was kind of interesting. They heal from wounds when they turn into vampires, but from what it looks like later in the movie, they don't heal from wounds they sustained as a vampire. So it's like a one free revitalization and you stay young forever. And one of these vampires, Remick, is an Irishman who was persecuted back in Ireland. And he understands what everyone is going through, right? Hell no. Now, why would Remick understand a single thing that these people have been through? And that's the whole movie, really. It's sort of him being like, hey, let me in. I know what you guys are going through. You should honestly turn into a vampire. It's pretty good. We'll be stronger and safer. And it's awesome. He's honestly like a Scientology expert at this point. And that's how the movie unfolds. I don't want to get too deep into the details of the movie in case anyone hasn't seen the movie yet, which if you haven't, you're doing yourself a disservice. Go watch this movie right now after this video. And if you're gonna go watch it right now and pause and like leave, then you should at least like and subscribe this video so then you can come back to it later and rewatch this after seeing the movie. One of the things I really liked about this movie that stood out was it's a big proponent of show don't tell, which is honestly amazing to have in movies. You don't need to go through every nitty gritty of exposition like Transformers and just say things monologue for 5 to 10 minutes to see people up to speed because they're either on their phones watching at home and it's built for streaming, or the studio just thinks that everyone watching the movie is stupid, just not bright people, I guess. And it's that nuance that really made me enjoy the movie, thinking about little subtle details after it. For example, the love that Smoke and Stack had with their respective partners is a big indicator in how they go out through this movie, with one of them wanting to hold on to it so long that they are willing to undergo a demonic transformation just to stay with the one they love, while the other one is willing to let it all go and rest in peace because he has at least been through too much hurt to sort of keep going without his partner. And that's just one of the examples. There's plenty more. You see it every single second of this movie. I wish I was exaggerating, but I'm not. Okay, probably not every second, but like, you know, every minute of this movie, there's something new in the background, some new detail that was clearly thought ahead, which, yeah, it won Best Original Screenplay. And it got the most Oscar nominations out of any movie in Oscars history. So this movie was absolutely something special. And even with all this Oscar buzz, it was still very scary to see Best Actor was under so much contention with Michael B. Jordan not getting it. You're telling me that someone who put so much effort and craft into bringing two distinctly different characters to life in the same movie was in contention with Marty Supreme, out of all people, a hustler scammer archetype we've seen millions of times before. And one of the things I didn't like about this discussion is that everyone started saying, oh, it's in the bag now. Oh, Marty Supreme's got it. And then Timothée Chalamet says his ballet comments. And then everyone says, oh, look at that. He's ruined all his chances. That's not true. When you compare these two different performances, the performance that Michael B. Jordan put over is just so much higher. Not that Timothée Chalamet did a bad performance. It was a great performance. But to say, oh, nah, he put so much more effort into his Best Actor, there's levels to this. And I think something that helps maximize your levels is conveying multiple personalities. Did Timothée Chalamet's ballet comments really hurt his chances at getting Best Actor? Probably not, honestly. The Oscars as of recent years, like last 2 to 3 years, have been pretty consistent at getting good recognition out. They have messed up a couple of times on certain awards, which were considered legacy nominations or legacy winners. You know, Everything Everywhere All at Once. A certain reward there that kind of went to one person when it should have probably gone to someone else who did a much better job. But whatever. These takes are going to get me fried. Holy. But no, I'm not going to cloud Michael B. Jordan's win with the fact that someone said something dumb in an interview. He won that fair and square. It's like saying, GG, y'all won because you had better heels, but someone on the enemy team dropped 35 finals. Like, okay, dog, sure. We're just going to ignore every other player. It's always a heel diff. It's always a fucking heel diff. And even though out of those 16 nominations, Sinners only got 4 Oscars, I think that in the future, I am most excited to see what Ryan Coogler and Michael B. Jordan have planned with this crazy duo. I think whatever next, probably not the next project, but the next big passion project on the level of Sinners is probably going to do just as well, if not even better, because of a better climate, that it'll be received better. And I am very excited to see that movie. Honestly, if you need someone to watch like the prelims of that movie and like, you know, just really get you like right, let me know. I will give give an unbiased opinion, hit my line. Yeah, let me see that movie early, you know. I also won't leak it. Like I'm like very, very trustworthy. So like, you know, I'll tell people, like I'll gas it up. I'll be like, oh, y'all don't know what they're cooking. Y'all don't know what they're cooking, but I'll know. And I'll be like, oh, Lee, y'all saw what I saw? That movie that they have released 4 years from now is insane. I'm not gonna tell you it, but you know, it's insane. It's insane. See, and that's what makes us so great. Trendsetters, the ones who paved the way. Now step back as I erase you from existence. I hope you did good. Please keep fighting for us, the fallen Michael Alphabet Jordans. And stay true to your soul. It's okay. This was what was needed. Now go. Be the best you can be, Michael. See what I did there? Because your name was Michael.